to the no.
Who's the next podcast?
I'm saying no dick.
Motherfucker, please.
Explain yourself,
Explain
sir.
this.
After I played that arcade.
Who's the next podcast?
If I do the T-virus, is it possible?
I wasn't the only one that was going to pick that
I gotta explore my options here.
Who's next podcast?
But there's something kind of fishy about that.
They should be no. It's all Marvel.
That's
It's not like the whole, like with Sony, like what Fox has, where Marvels can't really use anything that Fox is using.
Right.
It's
But there's something weird about it
that's weird.
because they will never say the name of any one of the other heroes.
That picks up in the mic.
What? I don't give a fuck.
Well, I'm recording anyways. So, who's next? Episode 6. Maybe now we can get through this because apparently we had some recording issues earlier. But I think we're good.
Yeah,
We'll find out after we record for an hour and a half, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, none of this is usable. So, anyways, we decided to change things up a little bit. This, of course, is an episode without the Gamer Needs Food Badly. And actually, moving forward, we won't be doing Gamer Needs Food Badly as a segment in the podcast. We're looking to make it just straight YouTube video. So you could go to the YouTube channel. Currently, it's still under construction. It has a couple of videos of Eric. He's the chef. He's the one that really heads up the Gamer Needs Food Badly segment. And Kevin, our tech guy, that joins us from time to time. And he's the one that helped.
That guy.
That's what he's labeled. Tech
Wonderful. But anyways, we you can go check that out. There's some video of them two playing some games. They did some Twitch streaming. They put it up on YouTube. And then we'll be doing the Gamer Needs Food Badly. Same thing. So we're trying. But we heard we heard from some people, hey, we'd like to see some video. So we're going to do it at least with the food segment because that's basically the most video-friendly stuff that we do. So it's probably something we should do. And we'll move forward from there. If you want to see more video, if you just want to see 3 guys talk about stuff in microphones, if that's something you really want to see, then you can let me know.
You want to see it.
All right, sure. But you can let me know, and I'll try and make it happen. But if you're not really clamoring for it, and we're going to keep it audio, at least for the time being. So, to start, we're going to do our regular beginning, talking shit.
Uh-oh.
And we're going to change it up a little bit. We're going to try and do a little quick front part of just talking about some new stuff that's coming out, new stuff that we're looking at and getting into before we kind of get into the subject matter at hand. Then we're going to get into Big Dick, Little Dick, No Dick. And then we're going to end it off with a new segment and some new little game to play is just Would You Rather. So to begin, I'm going to go ahead and let Ryan, what's some new stuff that you've been getting into or you've been interested in seeing come out?
Well, the only thing that's really piquing my interest is the new Friday the 13th game.
All right.
I didn't know that was the thing that was happening.
Yeah, it's like a multiplayer.
it's a
somebody plays as the killer. The other people play.
okay.
It's pretty much like all those
It's like
other
4v1
games
or something like that.
Yeah, because they already have games out there.
Yeah, I know that's
already,
a model that's been happening.
Dead by Daylight, and there's another game called Last Year that's kind of been in the works for a couple of years now. Kind of got dropped, but now it's back, and there's a little trailer for it. But yeah, I've been kind of looking at that game for a while because I know there's a lot of YouTube videos of it right now. You know, just showing it. To me, it's just one big, I even hate using this word, nostalgia Easter egg. I gotta get that bad taste out of my mouth.
Right. I mean, is it just like pretty generic to the model, but since they're slapping Friday the 13th on it, you're like, yep. Is that like that what's happening?
Well, originally it was called Slasher Volume 1. where they were trying to bring back the whole 80s slasher genre.
Yeah.
That's somehow making a comeback. And that's actually in my realm.
Yeah.
And they decided to come back out with that, where they were going to make different volumes of like different ideas for it. And it was called Slasher Volume 1 Summer Camp, where it was going to be a campy horror slasher game where you can either play as the one killer or you can play like the 5 stereotypical teens trying to survive together.
So it's like the video game version of what's that movie? Cabin in the Woods?
Yes.
That's the one that's like it's like a satire.
Correct.
Okay, all right, yeah.
It's kind of like that.
Yeah, one of the trail. I don't know if it's a trailer, but I know they put a video together on YouTube where it's just like Jason killing all the teenagers in
For
all
the
the
game?
different ways.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So they just show him just brutalizing these teenagers, but it's played up like with this kind of music that's like you're supposed to laugh. Like it's like a fun. Like it seems like
You're
it's
supposed to have fun with it.
Yeah.
I would hope so.
They brought on Tom Savanti as a consultant for the game for Slasher Volume 1.
You're going to have to enlighten me as to who that is.
Tom Savanti is a well-known horror special effects makeup artist who has worked on many things as far as the Friday the 13th franchise. He's worked on the Of the Dead franchise with George Romero, all the zombie movies. He's done a lot of special effect work. So he was brought in as a consultant, and he was trying to figure out what they were trying to do, and they were trying to make like a Friday the 13th like game. So he sent them over to Sean Cunningham, who wrote and directed the original Friday the 13th. And it's actually known since Friday the 13th, the game for the regular Nintendo is one of the hardest and worst games to play on Nintendo. I remember playing it, and it's a pain in the dick. So,
I mean, is it like a difficult game, or is it like so poorly designed that you just can't? Yeah,
it's both.
Yeah.
It's you're walking and you're trying to fight like little rock monsters and stuff like that, and there's like 5 or 6 cabins you got to walk around, and then your whole purpose is to try and save other people from Jason. But it'll tell you, hey, Jason's at cabin 3, so while you're trying to get to cabin 3, Jason's already there.
Right.
And Jason
Like,
will kill you. And then it sets up in this whole. You ever play like Mike Tyson's Punch Out?
Okay. Yeah.
It's set up like that.
That
where,
like perspective.
where you got to give Jason like 100 hits, and Jason's got to hit you one time, and you're dead.
Yeah. That's how it works.
So
That's how it worked in the
that
movie.
game kind of lives in infamy with the franchise a little bit. So they went to Sean Cunningham to kind of draw inspiration of what they can do for the Slasher Volume 1. And since he figured, well, since you're kind of going for a whole Friday the 13th thing,
Just make it Friday the 13th.
here's the license to it. I always want to see a Friday the 13th game, since Jason Voorhees is actually featured in the new Mortal Kombat game. So that's kind of taken off a
like
little
they
bit.
did like Freddy and like one of the other ones.
It was in part 9 of Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, 9 did Freddy, 10 did Alien, and no, they did Alien and they did Predator,
Leatherface.
and they did Leatherface, and they did Jason. They just kind of went all.
Yeah, I remember there was like a phase they went to. where
Well,
they were like,
honestly, I
let's just
think
grab.
they should just do like a slasher fighting game.
They did
And
a
Mor-
slasher fighting game.
Well, Mortal Kombat. I'm just saying with the Mortal Kombat, like
by NetherRealm?
Those guys, NetherRealm should just do one, like they do
Yeah,
in Injustice.
somebody independently did a game called Terradome, where they used all these horror franchise slashers into a game, even though they did feature Ash Williams from the Evil Dead series.
All right.
It's not that good. But it's nice to see
I
all these
figured-
characters.
I figured when I heard the name, I was like,
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
Taserface.
I guess we'll go to the next one, Tim. Anything? What you playing?
Well, I mean, I was kind of looking into the Hellblade, that new game from Ninja Theory. So I started looking up videos and stuff on it, and all they want to talk about was the sound effects. So that kind of turned me off. But I know the game, from what I could gather, aside from the fact that the sound effects are apparently fucking fantastic, is about a woman. I think it's like
No, to the no, no, no.
Are you finished?
Mhm.
That was excellent timing. No, go ahead, do it again. Yeah. Yeah. You got another one for me?
No, not anymore.
Don't entice him.
You can fucking try me, fatso.
So I think it's like Nordic. I think it's kind of like the setting they're going in, and I think they're like delving into like Nordic religion and mythology. And so apparently, if I'm correct, Nordic,
Norse
maybe,
mythology.
yeah. I don't know though, because all it's going all it's dealing with is like that I can tell is like hell. So I don't really know too much about like the underworld of Norse mythology. But anyway, and I could be totally wrong. I'm just going. They look like fucking Viking boats. So I just went, oh, okay, this is the Vikings. So I could be totally wrong.
Okay.
But anyway, so she's got like her husband's head strapped on like a belt around her waist because his soul is still in there, and she's trying to save him. Yep, that's about all I got. And the sound effects are fucking great.
Great.
According to all 2 videos.
Yeah. That was when I lost patience. That's all it takes. Like, if all I can find is shit talking about sound effects, it's like, all right.
Yeah, I mean, I know there's a time really. I don't remember if you did. I know I used to have a setup when I was living with Mom where.
Yeah, a little surround sound shit going on.
Well, not just. I'm not talking about just that, but like I would be playing other music or like depending on what game it was, I wouldn't even play the music or the sounds from the game. I would just play the game and just have like a song playing or something like that.
Yeah, and so,
I know I used to play stuff like that, like. But I mean, there's games like the Final Fantasy series always gets hailed for their music and the sounds and stuff like that.
This was talking like it made it seem like the sound was like integral to the gameplay. Like you could not play this game without having the sound. Like I think you use it for solving puzzles and shit like that.
Yeah,
and it just made a really big deal. Yeah, made a really big deal out of like the combat.
Yeah,
they said, oh, the sound plays a big part in combat. Like if she makes this noise, you're doing a high attack, and this noise means a low. And I was like, I don't give a fuck. I hit the X button, she does a low attack. Like, what the fuck I need to know the sounds for? So I don't know.
Yeah,
it's vital.
I kind of lost interest after doing some research into it.
Well, I'm definitely looking to get into the fighters again. So Injustice and Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, both those games are on my radar. Injustice comes out. We're recording the Saturday before Mother's Day. Mother's Day is tomorrow for us. So,
only for us.
Yeah,
Not
only
for
for
you.
us. For you, Mother's Day will have passed because we're always talking to you in the future from the past. So, it'll be Monday when this episode released, the day after Mother's Day. But anyways,
So deal with it.
Injustice should be releasing that Tuesday. So I'll be looking forward to trying to get that. The first Injustice was great. And I mean, even the storyline of it spawned off like a long comic series of the years.
Okay, so it wasn't the other way around?
No.
Okay, I wasn't sure.
The game inspired the comic.
And so, okay.
Yeah. So, and
That's
in fact,
pretty cool.
like
That's kind of
Batman
a
versus
neat thing.
Superman, in that movie, it looked like it even took inspiration from Injustice because that scene in the dream sequence in the movie where Batman is like tied up and Superman comes in. And
Yeah,
he's all
like murders
pissed, and
the
you can
shell.
tell it's because he thinks that Lois died. I mean, that's the whole basis of Injustice. That Lois dies, Superman snaps, and just takes over the world. So, in the comic book, it's ridiculous. Like in the comic book, there's I was reading one where Superman decides to Aquaman's not going to kneel down for Superman or whatever. So Superman gets Wonder Woman and Green Lantern to fly under Atlantis, pick up the whole city, and dump it in the desert. So, yeah.
Take that, Aquaman.
That's stupid.
Yeah, it's Superman.
That's ridiculous.
But the second one, I'm not really sure
they're
what
just
exactly.
like his lackeys in this story.
Well, they were. I mean, like in the first one, almost everybody's his lackey, but like Batman and Green Arrow, I think, and like Batman ends up getting help from the regular universe of like Batman and Superman and all
Right,
that
yeah.
stuff.
It's like he's got
And-
like 2 Batmans gunning
Yeah,
after him.
so these
So he's
Batman,
basically fucked.
Superman, and all that, they come from the universe that we all know and love from the comics, and they come to this fucked up universe where Lois Lane's dead because the Joker tricks Superman into killing Lois Lane, and Superman comes down and punches through Joker's chest and all that kind of stuff. So the way we still have Joker is because the Joker from the universe we know comes to this universe. Everybody comes to this universe, and then everything happens. So the second one is picking up because it ends off with Superman being locked up. You know, Batman wins, and
How do you lock up Superman?
well, I think I don't even remember. I want to say, because this is the thing, the way they justify how a Joker can beat up Superman in a fist fight is because in this
you mean
Injustice
like when you're playing
world,
the game?
yeah,
Yeah,
in,
okay.
in the Injustice world, there's these like pills that give you like super strength and all this kind of stuff. So basically, everybody's taking these pills in this
all right.
world. So then, like Joker can like,
That's silly.
yeah, but
I mean, you gotta come up with something.
they just coming up with something so that you don't have the guys, and that's literally impossible. Batman could not fight Superman in that kind of way. He needs his armor and stuff, and he needs to plan. Green Arrow could definitely not fight Wonder
sounds
Woman
like
like
the same
that.
guys
No,
who-
they get here's these pills, so everybody should just shut up. Everybody can fight
Yeah.
everybody,
Yeah.
and it's fair. It's all fair.
Enjoy
Kinda sounds
the
like
fucking
this-
game.
Yeah.
you
Kind of sounds like the
fucking
same
critics.
argument from DC versus Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
It's like Superman can't do this, and you
Well,
can't.
wasn't it like a problem because DC was like, we don't want your characters mutilating our characters?
Yeah, well, they didn't want
they
fatalities
had,
and
they
stuff
had to
like that
like
because of
remove
that.
or tone down.
And
at
they
least.
finally just took him out. Like, they're still going to bring in, like, I know in this new Injustice 2, Sub-Zero is a DLC character.
So is
In the first Injustice, Scorpion was a DLC character.
Yeah.
But they have nothing to do with the game
Yeah,
story.
it's
They're
just-
just
yeah.
like these characters that
you
come
can
in,
play
so.
as.
Yeah, I saw it was him, Red Hood, and
Yeah.
John Stewart, the Green Lantern.
And those like 3. Well, no, John Stewart's just he's not a DLC. He's just a skin. It's just like a skin.
So are there ways you
Lame.
can unlock these extra characters or extra skins in
no,
game?
you got to buy them. What are you
Or
talking about? That stuff doesn't happen
I
anymore.
course, what'd you
hate
think?
that shit.
See, it used
Okay,
to be.
so wait, I
you do
thought
challenges.
the latest Street Fighter, there was like an in-game currency you could earn by playing, and you could purchase characters.
Yeah,
that way.
now that I don't know if they're implementing anything like this in that.
Because I'm okay with that. I mean, it's not great, but like I'm okay with that. If you're gonna add
It's
a new
better
character.
than going
I can
online
either
and all
purchase
these
them now,
microtransactions.
or I can play the game and generate some sort of currency and unlock them. That's what I would do.
That's how it used to be.
Right.
Super Smash Brothers was cool for that.
Yep.
Where you would always have to do, I got to go get these secret
You gotta do
characters.
some
and you got to play the
challenge.
story mode. You got to do the challenges. Like, they should definitely bring. In fact, you know what? Let's just get into our next topic. That was the new games I'm into. Let's get into how games used to be and how
Yeah.
they are today. That's kind of what we're going to be talking about. And one of the things we could talk about is we could start this off with cheats. Okay? Like secret stuff in games. I felt like that's almost gone from games. There might be.
If there is these days, it's from exploiting a glitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
but it's
usually
not
how
like,
it works.
Like James Bond, 007, GoldenEye. That game was like you can play it through, but then there was like, if you do this level this fast, or if you do this level with this, you get
these
paintball
fun
mode,
little-
you get invincible, you
Yep.
get all this stuff that was cool to get, and I guess it's almost like the trophies now, where like
I have
it's.
zero value in trophies. I don't give a flying fuck.
Yeah, you don't get
But
anything
some
for
people
it.
do.
Exactly.
There's some people who are like, I'm platinum this game. I platinum.
Oh, yeah,
that game.
I know.
That's a thing. And hey, look, good for you.
I would be all for it because like when you get trophies, you get like points, and they go towards like a gamer tag score. If I could use those points to purchase stuff, even just like a new theme for my PlayStation or a new
That would be
avatar,
cool. Something
that would be
simple.
cool.
Yeah, that would.
But
be
right
cool.
now, totally fucking, I don't give a shit.
Yeah, it's just like bragging rights, but I mean, bragging
Yep.
rights to who?
To who?
Because I mean, there's professional players out there who will just shit all over your
Yep.
score. So
I don't give a
fuck
fuck.
that shit.
That was one thing I really came to appreciate about the new Zelda.
Mm-hmm.
And after a while, it took me a little while to notice, but I was like, man, I've done quite a few things. I've never gotten like a ding, you
Yeah.
accomplished, and I was
Yeah.
like, that's refreshing, because that shit, it bothers me now. Like, I get it, and I was like, okay, great, get the fuck off my screen. Like, you know, I don't give a shit.
Yeah. So cheat codes and stuff, secret characters in games like Mortal Kombat was known for that. Like if you fought and you beat somebody in some amount of time or something while you're playing the arcade mode, you'd get a secret battle and you would fight like Reptile, and he wasn't even a character being picked, but you get this secret fight, just like I think Smoke was one too.
I remember in the second one, if you played 2-player challenge with your buddy and you won 50 times in a row, you got challenged by Noob Sabat.
Yeah. So it's just the way that.
Like, who the fuck let you win 50
playing this
times?
50 times in a row?
It's that cheating motherfucker
Is
who
that
picks
how you-
2-player and puts the control on
That's
the
what I was
ground.
gonna say. Is that how you unlock this character, Noob Sabat? Or is
Yeah.
it okay?
Because the
Then yeah, you just
50,
put in. You just put in.
51, he pops up and he challenges you, and then
if
he
you
just
beat
whoops
him-
your ass, and you just wasted a whole hour of beating him.
Yeah,
bunch
but
of
like if you
characters.
beat him, you unlock him. Is that?
No.
Oh, okay, that's not how it works.
Not at all.
Oh.
Great, you beat Noob Sabat. On to Shao Kahn.
Oh, okay.
That was kind of like Super Smash Brothers. What I was talking about before we kind of changed gears on here is like you had to do certain things, and then you would have to fight that character.
Yeah.
And if you fight him and you beat the character, then boom, you got him. as a
And
playable
I
character.
remember like that shit was just really cool.
Yeah, it
and
was
I
fun to
remember
do.
like especially our first time playing, we'd just be playing the game, and then like the first time it happened, it would just be like a new challenger, and we were like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And we'd
yeah.
see the little silhouette, and we're like, who the fuck is that? I don't know.
Yeah.
And he'd show up, and we'd be like, oh my god, it's fucking whoever.
I don't know if you could do that now though, because like back then with Super Smash Brothers, let's say back in the 64 version and stuff like that, like yeah, those characters would be unknown. But nowadays we can't get information fast enough to where we know everything before the game drops.
Yep.
I mean, like that's just the point of it. To where like there really is not much that can. Maybe storyline wise, people don't really talk as much with that, but just
But like features,
Yeah,
mechanics,
features and stuff,
Yep.
mechanics,
No, all
like-
that shit has to get out.
yeah, it's either the companies release it as a marketing tool to get people excited, or as somebody's news site is like, we've got to be the first one with it. We're gonna go and dig in there and get the specs and throw these rumors out, and I mean. There's something for that. I mean, a lot of people like to know about the new stuff out, but at the same time,
Ruins the experience.
I guess it's kind of
It
why
does. It does. It ruins that.
that's kind of why I don't really want to do too much of a news thing on here. Like, I know we try to do this news segment, and I don't know how much I'm going to do it or not. I think maybe more or less if people ask us for our opinions about new games and stuff, I don't mind talking about it. But like, that's why I kind of want to stay away from the news. Because what I want this podcast to be is just fun. That's why we play games. We're towards the end of it. We're just talking shit right now. Because, that news stuff is great. And I'm not trying to shit on anybody who's doing the news thing. I mean, it's great. People like to hear it. And look, I listen to it. I'm guilty. I like to listen to some of that stuff about the new games and stuff like that. But it's like, you don't really have all the surprise. And it's the same thing with movies too, where YouTube trailers, these trailers reveal way too much about the movie, and then you walk into the movie. That was Batman versus Superman's problem. You walk into the movie, you don't had the whole storyline from the trailers. You could have just skipped the movie almost. But with
what was that movie? The Last Jurassic Park.
oh yeah,
Jurassic
That
World.
was that last trailer. I don't know about the last one, but the big one, Chris Pratt
Yeah.
showed up. Yeah, the trailer for that. I already saw the movie. I never actually went and watched the movie because I was like, well, I saw the trailer, so like I don't feel like I missed anything.
I still like how they used Six Flags here as the setting for it.
yeah, I did hear that they did do that.
Because when I used to work with Seth, I remember doing a route and I was passing right by, and I sat there like, oh man, look, it's Six Flags New Orleans. I missed that place. I missed that ride. I missed that. I missed the dinosaur.
Wait,
Dinosaur. hold the fucking phone. I had to pull off to the side of the road, and literally I saw the Ferris wheel, and I saw one of the roller coasters, and I saw a giant ass dinosaur.
That's awesome.
And,
That's
I,
pretty
and I
great.
sat there, and I think I called Scott. I think that's the route I was doing. So I called
okay.
him.
Yeah. So But getting into what just the way things change, so that's one thing. We don't really have as much secrets, and like with fighting games and stuff, the secret bosses, secret challenges, even with shooters and stuff, these secret challenges. What about like in a lot of RPG? I feel like RPGs still do somewhat of a justice to side quests and stuff. But how was Final? I didn't play Final Fantasy 15.
Yeah.
How was that as far as that goes?
As far as side quests,
Mm-hmm.
it was pretty repetitive.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't. You had maybe 4 or 5 different side quests that would just sort of repeat and like kind of go up in scale. It's the best way I can say it. So you'd have like there's one guy who wants you to collect gems for his fucking he makes accessories, like rings and shit. And so he's like, "Hey guys, can you go get this gem?" Like, "Yeah, sure, you get the gem, come back." "Oh, okay, cool. I got another job for you. Go get this gem." Go get the gem, come back. "Hey, I got another job for you." And then there's like another one who's like, "Hey, can you get this frog?" "Yeah, sure." Go back, bring it back. "Hey, I got another job for you. Can you get this frog?" "All right, there's the frog."
Douchebags.
Yeah. So it was just that's how it kind of was. And there was like a few. There might not have been. There was another guy who's like, "Hey, I need dog tags for like bounty hunter guys." It's the exact same format. Go right over there and get it. Yeah. So it was pretty repetitive. And they had another feature, which when I first started playing the game, I was like, "Oh, this will be fun." And you like go to these like hubs. They're kind of all around the map. And you accept these bounties on like monsters. You accept the bounty, you go out and kill the monster, you turn in the bounty. So, cool. That turned into this awful just like back and forth because you could only accept one at a time. Do you see what's happening? So it just turned, especially towards the end, I was like, all right, let me knock out some of these bounties. And I was just like, Jesus Christ. Like, go, get the bounty, run back, turn it in. All right, give me another bounty. Run all the way out there, kill it, run all the way back, turn it in. All right, give me another bounty. And it was very poorly structured. And it's like that would have been fixed all the way if you could just accept multiple at one time, go knock them out, turn them in another time. But they put it at this one at a time. It's awful. It like totally ruined it.
Still doesn't feel like what side quests used to be, like Final Fantasy 7 or Final Fantasy 8 or Final Fantasy 9.
In that era, there was no like very clearly defined like this is a side quest as opposed to games nowadays.
No, you
have
could completely
main quests,
miss it.
you
Those
have side
characters-
quests. They're labeled. They're categorized. That shit didn't happen back then. Back then, a side quest is if you happen to talk to that old dude at the right time, and he mentioned a blue bird in the forest, and you said, "I'm gonna go see if there's something with this blue bird in the forest," and then side quest. But they were just more kind of organic,
Yeah, and I felt like it was better, and you'd have like boss battles, like there was the Omega weapon,
you would
Ruby
just
weapon
totally
in
discover.
7. You can miss GFs in Final Fantasy 8. I mean, you had to go fight Bahamut and all that.
And nowadays everything has mini maps that are marked with little silver exclamation points that tell you like you got side quests over here. That shit wasn't around back then, and that was why. I mentioned it before. Anytime I would play Final Fantasy, I would have a strategy guide like right next to me because I would miss that shit.
Yeah.
And I'm not being critical. I think that's
you easily missed it.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't think that's a bad thing. Like I enjoy playing like that because now it just turns into a chore.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what 15 turned in. It was like performing chores, and I was like, this shit.
Yeah,
ain't
the
fun.
strategy guide was not bad. It just told you what to do. It didn't do it for you.
No, yeah, I'm a pretty strong supporter of like using a strategy guide.
Well, I've got a mother standing.
Yeah,
in front
I've
of me
noticed
right
that. I've
now.
been trying to ignore
I
it.
was
Yes.
just
Hey,
saying-
Tina.
Is there something
We see
need?
you.
No, you're just standing around. All right, mother.
Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother.
Happy Mother's
Yes.
Day.
In the past,
Yeah.
in the future,
In the future and the past
Yeah.
simultaneously because we're not at Mother's Day
Whoa,
yet.
whoa,
Yeah,
But
so
when
jumping
everybody
too
hears
much.
this,
So
it'll be
next
after
episode,
Mother's
we're
Day.
going to talk about Bioshock Infinite. That's what that means.
Yeah.
We're going to have to explain all
Bioshock.
this.
You know what? I don't even know where to start with Bioshock Infinite.
Oh,
'cause
man, that shit was fantastic.
It was great. I just don't remember. I played it. It was for
What?
the PlayStation 3, and
There's nothing to forget. Everything
Yes.
is happening now. It already has
I
happened,
have
and it
been-
will happen. I don't understand what you don't understand.
Thank you, Tim.
Yeah.
School this man.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, well, what's another? You know what? You know what else is different now is multiplayer games. Now I know we already went through a multiplayer rant, but with multiplayer games, it used to be a lot easier for you and your buds to come over and everybody plays on one TV.
Yeah.
Now everybody needs their own Xbox. Everybody needs their own game. Everybody needs to have an online account. Everybody has to have a good internet speed, and then we can all
There's
play.
just
Now
a lot more,
it
like,
is a better
moving parts in
experience that way than having a split screen to share.
Yeah,
But,
you can
well-
argue for and against.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
right. There is because it's why there's a lot of podcasts I listen to that will do their podcast where people will call in.
Yeah.
So where this one, I feel it's a better energy and a better vibe when you have everybody together and we're talking to each other that we're here. So, and I think with playing games, when you have all your friends in one room sharing, I mean, technically you could be on the mics with each other,
But it is not the same.
it doesn't really match up. Like that's one thing. Like with the Switch, the Nintendo Switch, I'll give it. That's what they're trying to do.
Yeah,
and I feel
they're
like
trying to bring it back.
with the Wii U, they tried to do that, and the Wii, they tried to do that. But the problem is that it just
The only thing people ever wanted to play was Wii Bowling.
Well, that's because they didn't put shit out
Wii
for the
Sports.
system. If they actually
that's
put
it.
some decent games or some developers actually took the system seriously.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think nobody wanted to touch the technology because they were just like,
I
this
don't-
is weird.
And see, I'm kind of worried the same thing's going to happen with the Switch. I'm not sure.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
The Switch is much more approachable. It's much more just kind of down to earth. It's a good middle ground between like motion sense technology and just like your classic kind of handheld controller. I'd be surprised if a lot of developers were kind of shying away from fucking with the Switch. But at the same time, I think we talked about this and it was determined that this is not the case. But I guess I just can't wrap my mind around it. I feel like if you're making a game for the Switch, it has to be made for the Switch.
Yeah.
And I'd be a little surprised if you're able to kind of like cross console your games to format for like a PlayStation 4 and then have it also formatted for the Switch.
They could be played on like a portable screen. Like
Exactly.
Because it could be played on TV, but like to be able to put the things to go, that's where it could get kind of weird.
Yep.
And I agree with you on that. Side-scrolling fighters,
Hell yeah.
those have come and gone.
Yeah, they're kind of in the past.
So, what do you think was it that made them so great? And I think now they're still around, but they feel like more like mobile games now. Like that's on your phone.
Yeah.
Like I bought X-Men,
They're more
the arcade.
downloadable games than the main thing these days.
I guess it's because of the simplicity of it, but I
Yeah,
mean,
it's kind of hard to justify charging these days with our level of technology. Expecting people to buy something where you move right and punch things that move left.
And
like
you can't move unless there's an arrow.
yeah,
You
it's
can
just
power
the
ups
format.
with
I was gonna say it
all
feels
kinds of
like those games have evolved into what we now have as action RPGs. I
Yeah.
feel like that's like what kind of happened. That's what they turned into.
I know, like, I think there's some place for it for like younger kids. I mean, my son, he loves Battletoads, and
Who doesn't love Battletoads?
well, yeah, but we got the Rare Replay game, so they got a lot of the old games in it.
Yeah.
So they got the old Battletoads, and they even had the Battletoads I've never seen before. It's Battletoads
Some other
Arcade.
shit.
No, and apparently, like, it looks like it's it's better graphics, it's a better version of it, but I believe it still came out in like the late '90s, where I think the Battletoads, the original game, was kind of more towards the mid to early '90s, and
I don't remember.
this game is a little more developed. The combat system, like the earlier game that we played, was like
It's
a
just
simple
like- it's
just
like
like
one button.
punch. But in
Yeah.
this one, you can kind of grab and throw and like you punch and your hands morph into stuff, and you do like a special where you bounce around all over
All
the
right,
place.
so we definitely played a game where you punch and your hands morph into shit.
Yeah, that was all the
Did you
Battletoads
play?
games.
Is that the same game where you grab giant rats' dicks and punch them as hard as you fucking can?
I mean, yeah.
Okay, then we played that game.
No, I don't remember that at all.
There was that. There was
Get your hand off my penis!
there was the rat where you would just like I was playing this with Braden, and then I see this giant rat come up, and then the Battletoad grabs his dick, and then just starts punching his fucking dick. And I'm just, what? And then
Who doesn't want to do that?
Yeah.
And then there's these other stuff too, where he's going through the spaceship, and then it opens up, and the rat's taking a shit on the toilet, and, and then the
Yeah,
rat's
that's
like,
not ringing any bells.
yeah, the
But
rat.
I
kinda-
definitely remember the one that we played. You would just hit like one button and you just punch, and like the third punch, that their hand would like grow super big.
Yeah,
and
boom,
it
boom,
would,
boom, boom.
like, yeah,
Yeah, it
So
would do
I
something.
definitely
That was the
remember that.
original, and so they had the older one. That,
Oh, okay.
Because there was that one, but then they had this other one that I must have missed it
Yeah, we
whenever it
must have
came
missed it.
out. It's hilarious, but the older one had that super hard where you got on these
The
like
little
little
ships, the
riders,
little- like
and you had to
motorcycle
like
things.
move left and right and jump over these things. Like that's the only thing. Like when Braden plays, he's like, I can't do this.
Nobody can do
And then
this.
I playing, I'm like, I can't do
Yeah,
this either.
nobody can do that. That's
What
hard
makes
balls.
that level so hard is the friendly fire.
What you talking about?
It's like because if you knock into each other, you can knock each other off the screen.
Oh yeah, that is true, and you can like punch each other and stuff
Yeah.
like that, and you can kill each other too that way.
Yeah,
so-
because it wasn't hard enough.
yeah,
It wasn't. It wasn't the enemies. It wasn't the bosses. It was friendly fire.
It was
that
friends
killed you.
being dicks.
Yeah. So, what was the side-scrolling games beat 'em ups you played?
All of them.
All right,
I'm pretty sure. I mean, I played
Double Dragons.
Double Dragon.
I played
Battletoads,
Aliens versus Predator for
Played.
the arcade, which is one of my favorites. X-Men. and that
Yep.
big
Yeah.
We
board.
used to play one of the X-Men games.
That
we
was
used to
in the
play
Chuck
a
E.
lot.
Cheese.
No, we used to play the one at the house. And you
that
could
too.
play as Beast, Wolverine, or like Gambit, and there was like
That-
2 or 3 other
well,
characters.
Oh,
that
that's a
was
different one. I know
X-Men.
what you're talking about.
That was
Yeah.
X-Men Mutant Apocalypse.
Yeah,
The one
because
I'm
I remember
talking
you had to fight
about
Apocalypse.
was on a console at Celebration Station where you can play up to 5 characters at once on a screen.
I think we used to play that too. We were
It
at
was,
Chuck E.
yeah,
Cheese.
it
we
was
did.
Cyclops,
Well, we went to
Wolverine,
Celebration Station,
Colossus,
too.
Yes. Yeah.
Nightcrawler, and Dazzler.
Which one's Dazzler?
That's just
The
like
only
stuff.
chick that you can play.
I don't remember that. That's not ringing
She's
any
like
bells.
a step up from Jubilee.
Oh, was it? Yeah. Are you talking about Jubilee?
Spider-Man.
No.
Oh.
Spider-Man had a couple beat 'em ups.
Did he? I must have never played those.
It was Spider-Man, the arcade game, which you can play Spider-Man, Black Cat, and Namor, the Submariner.
All right, yeah.
Then the ones for Super Nintendo Genesis, which was Maximum Carnage and Separation Anxiety.
Nope.
Oh, I know we played Maximum Carnage.
Did we? That's not
Yeah,
ringing
that
anything.
was
It
for the
was a
Super
red
Nintendo. You could play
cartridge.
as like Venom and Spider-Man, and you had to fight a bunch of Carnages, and it was a side-scrolling beat 'em up where you'd go.
I
played
don't
it.
remember anything. I don't remember that at
Wow.
all.
Yeah, well, I remember playing it. It was
No.
like 2 players. I'm
I
pretty sure
probably
we played it.
but I just don't remember.
Yeah,
That's
that
not-
was a pretty cool little game.
Because I played a lot of beat 'em ups at Celebration Station.
Mm-hmm.
One of them was The Simpsons, which was pretty fun.
Yeah, I was looking into some of that stuff on YouTube, and I saw like Simpsons was like, oh yeah, it's one of the big side-scroll arcade beat 'em ups. I think I remember playing a little bit of it before, but it
was
wasn't
fun.
something I grinded.
We
on.
used to always play Ninja Turtles every time we went to
Turtles
in
in
Time.
Time. That actually got like number one, and I was looking at some list of the beat 'em ups, and the number one was like
Well,
Turtles in
the
Time.
first one was just. I don't even want to touch that one.
That's the one I was talking
The,
about.
the second one
The
was.
Turtles in Time was some good shit.
Well,
Well, yeah.
the first one was just a regular.
yeah,
game for
before
Nintendo.
Turtles in Time, there was
Yeah.
one before that.
Yeah,
The second
that's
one-
what I was talking about. At
The
first.
second one was Turtles 2, the arcade game. The third one was actually a Game Boy game. It's like Turtles in Manhattan or something.
one cares
Yeah, I
about
don't
that.
remember that one.
And the
either.
fourth one was Turtles in Time, which really put Ninja Turtles on the map with video
Yeah,
games.
that was fun.
You know what I didn't realize was a side scroller was the movie Hook was a side scroller.
Yeah, actually, I think we had.
I
that
remember
one.
we used to always
had a Peter
we used to
Pan
always
game.
get our ass beat by the leader of the Neverland gang kids.
Didn't he
The
have
Lost
like?
Boys.
Didn't he
You
have
had
some
to-
weird?
You had to
Robin
like
Williams
remove
kinda
his
face
clothes
on him,
or some
too?
shit like that.
It was an arcade game, and Captain Hook took up like half the screen.
Yeah.
It's like
I
he was
don't remember that.
ginormous.
I just remember when we were fighting Rubio. That's who
Rufio.
Rufio.
Yeah.
You have to like fight him, and you have to like cut his clothes off. And
Was-
we were
was it
always
Super
kind of weirded
Nintendo?
out by that.
You remember that?
Was it Super Nintendo or the actual arcade?
I think it was Super. I think we played Super Nintendo.
If it was the Super Nintendo, the arcade was a lot different. It
Oh,
was
okay.
like playing Final Fight, but it was Hook.
Oh, okay.
Peter Pan.
I just remember us getting oddly uncomfortable whenever we had to fight Rufio. I don't remember because your health
He's
bar
oddly-
was like
he's oddly
the
uncomfortable
integrity
as
of
it
your
is.
clothes.
Oh, yeah.
You had 2 health bars, and it was like these boxes on the top right and top left.
I vaguely remember.
And
I'm gonna have to look that
you just
up, 'cause that's
in your
hilarious.
box, it was just like the green tunic, and in his box, I think it was red tunic. And so as you like land hits, it would start getting sliced up, and it would start falling off.
Like I
I
said,
don't
was
think
really
we'll see
weird.
that game again.
like I said, I've played all 3 Final Fights, all 3 Streets of Rage.
Streets of Rage was my shit. The little
Yes.
kid with the rollerblades.
Yes,
That's
Skates.
that's who I always played as.
And his brother Adam.
I don't remember Adam.
Adam was in the first one.
I remember there was a kid with rollerblades. There was some chick. She, of course, all the women. If there's a female
Blaze.
character, she kicks. Like I just remember she was a lot of
Blaze and
kicks.
Axel.
Yeah,
Aliens vs. Predator is one of my
I
favorite ones.
never knew.
Because you actually had 4 playable characters. 2 of them were predators. One was a warrior. The other was a hunter.
And the other 2 were like human. So
Actually,
basically,
no. Actually, no. One of them was an android. She was a lieutenant. She's an android. The 4th character is actually Arnold Schwarzenegger's character from Predator.
oh,
Major Dutch.
they still look kind of human though. At least one was human.
Well,
One
yeah,
looked like
the thing is,
Schwarzenegger.
apparently-
Well, he hates Schwarzenegger.
Apparently,
He's not really
in the
human.
movie, you remember in the movie where he
you know,
gets scratched?
everybody was like getting the predators, and the other 2 guys were just like, "Oh fuck."
You remember in the Predator movie where his arm gets scratched? In the Capcom storyline, he replaces his arm with a giant metallic robotic arm.
Really?
Yes.
That's great.
And when them 2 show up to fight the aliens, the Predator's just like, "Hey, can we join?" They're like, "Yeah, I've got enough quarters." And then boom, that's the storyline.
There you go.
Hey, that works.
Remember the Tick?
Yes.
That was amazing.
That was amazing.
I remember plucking ninjas.
Dude, that's one thing that's changed from here to now.
Save
the
points,
Tick?
auto
Well,
save,
Yes,
checkpoints.
no save.
Nothing.
The Tick was a game
You
that
just-
was actually long as fuck
Long as fuck.
and no save.
That was a lot of the beat 'em up games.
There was no
fucking
save
saves.
function for it. So like you just got up, like you would just play it as long as you did, and you get up to a point, and then if you quit, you go all the way back to the beginning.
You said "fuck," you threw the controller, and then you picked it up and you rolled it back up and you put it back on.
I
your
think
stand.
we even played that game so long to get to the end, and then it would like glitch up or like
It would glitch whenever we would fight Chairface.
Oh yeah.
Yep. And so anytime we got to the Chairface fight, which I seem to recall being difficult,
Spoon.
You know they're
but
working on a Tick series.
that
right
was
now?
like, I know they're doing a new series and I'm excited.
Yeah.
That was like the point. We would get to Chairface and we would
just
both
can't.
kind of look at each other and be like, all right, if it doesn't glitch, we're good to go. And so we'd fight and then we'd beat him. We'd be like, yeah, it didn't glitch, and then we'd die in another boss later. But that was like our almost checkpoint. And if it glitched,
Yeah.
we're like, all right, we're gonna try this again tomorrow. Like fuck this
Who
shit.
was the last boss in that? Wasn't it some kind of green?
Some weird alien thing
Yeah.
that was super hard. I never beat the game. I think
thought
you
we-
managed to beat it.
Well, I think I did it with cheat code. I think we just used
maybe.
cheat codes to jump to the end.
Maybe that's what we did.
Uh-huh.
It
The
was
truth comes out.
ridiculous.
I don't give a fuck. That game was.
No,
we
that
just
game-
established
There
why
was
that
no
was
save.
necessary.
There was no save.
None of them had saves.
So
None
you
of them
just-
were that
but
long.
None of them were that long.
That was a
Yeah,
long
that game was stupid long. And I think you could only play as 2 people. It was the Tick and his buddy Arthur.
You couldn't play as anybody. It was a one player, just a Tick.
Oh shit! It was a
Yeah,
one player,
it was just one
a Tick.
player. So me or you would be sitting there waiting our fucking turn, and then Chairface would glitch.
That's
It'd
right,
like-
because like Arthur and like the Bat dude,
they were like special attacks.
yeah, they were like little people that would come and help you right quick and do something,
Yeah,
and
they
that was
zip
it.
off.
Yeah,
I remember Batman Returns being that long. I remember Maximum Carnage being
I
that
don't.
long.
Did you play the Tick?
Yeah, I played the Tick.
I don't remember those
I don't
games
remember.
being that long.
I don't remember us.
Actually,
having
I just didn't make it
much-
that far in the Tick.
I think
Yeah, there
Batman
you go.
Returns. I think Batman Returns. You could pick
because
levels.
there were ways to like.
I mean,
Mega
yeah,
Man
some
back
games,
then,
if you beat the
you got-
levels,
you
they
got the
give you a
passcode.
password.
Exactly.
That you have to put in.
Tick said, "Nah,
No,
fuck
Tick
that shit."
did. That's the problem because no, there was a way to get around on some of that
Yeah,
stuff.
because
but
we
the Tick
we
was-
never had that
I know,
complaint about any
Marvel-
other
No,
game.
Batman Returns. We played that one, and we didn't have that problem with
That's
that.
what I'm saying. We never had that issue.
I know Marvel War of the Gems had the little codes you can put in to get back to where He died.
Okay, wait, which one's that one? Because that name is ringing some bells.
Marvel superheroes, War of the Gems. You played
Yeah,
as
that one. That was
you
I'm
played
having
as
you could play as like
Spider-Man,
positive
Hulk,
memories
Spider-Man,
right now.
Captain America,
Captain
Wolverine.
America, Wolverine. Yeah, and then
Yeah.
like you basically did these levels,
It
and
was-
you
it was
would
a random-
get a gem at each level, and
Yeah.
then at the end, I forgot who'd you fight at the end.
I think it was Thanos.
Probably
Yeah,
Thanos
Thanos.
if we're collecting
Because it's the
Infinity
Infinity
Stones.
Wars.
That's what I thought.
It was just one of those things where it dropped, and you're just like, "What's this? Who cares?" Blockbuster
It's
has
fucking
it. Let's
fantastic.
fucking play
yes,
it.
Yeah.
Let's
I-
play
yeah.
it. That was great.
That was some good shit.
I actually, talking about here to now too, and we're talking about saving games, save cards. I tell you, that's at least one thing that thank God it's gone.
Memory cards?
This,
Yeah.
memory cards, save cards,
I mean,
and then
these
like
days-
having multiple people play. Like me and you would play the same game
You
and card, and
fucking
then
rewrote my shit. What was that game? It was an RPG. It was like a horror thematic RPG. It was for PlayStation 1. And I remember the intro was like you're on a train and the conductor like turns into this blood pool and he's like a monster. Is that ringing any bells for you? Damn, I can't remember. Anyway, we both were trying to play through this game. We were playing simultaneously. So like you would play and then you want to go down. So I did like, all right, it's my turn. You would saved over my game like 7 times. and I was just like, I'm done. I never beat the game because as I would get to like a point, and I'd be like, all right, I'm like right
It
behind my
became
brother,
so
and then you would just
natural.
like save, click, click, click. Oh, I'm sorry, Tim.
Yeah. The old days of needing to save is like, hey man, do you need this game? Do you need this save spot?
Yeah, if I remember right, that was what motivated me to get my own memory card.
yeah,
Because there was a point where I was like, this is my memory card.
yeah.
Because you can't be trusted to handle the responsibility.
Now everybody's got like their own profile.
Yeah.
Which is cool, but I tell you one thing that I can see in the future that's not going to be that cool is apparently for every profile, unless there's a way, I just don't know how. Like when my son gets older, my daughter gets older, and they want to play online gaming.
They need to pay for their own.
Yeah,
account.
everybody's going to have to pay $60 for their own account.
I mean, that's how it is now.
Get the fuck out of here with that.
Yeah, no, I'm saying now, but like it's not a problem now.
Oh,
because
yeah.
they don't play online games
That's
because
when
they're
you
too
just
little.
have to say, suck it up, sign on to my account, and play your little shooter. You know, like 'cause I
don't
ain't
know.
dropping.
I would probably just drop 60.
I ain't dropping $180 so everyone can play their shit.
Yeah, I don't know, but I do like that the Xbox, like, if my Xbox went out, so I bought a new Xbox, all my saves because it's in the cloud. It's in the cloud. So that's a pretty cool thing that now we don't have to deal with anymore. So, well,
Now we don't have to deal with like auto saves these days.
the auto saves happen all the
Dying
time.
is never an issue anymore.
Yeah, you
Like,
know,
you just die and you're like,
the
eh.
Losing Lives podcast, but like I don't know if that people like new people will really understand
what it means to lose a
losing
life.
lives.
Yeah, it's not really a feature in games.
Yeah, it's
anymore.
not because it was a big thing when you like side scrolling beat 'em ups.
Yeah,
that
you
was a
have a
thing. You
certain
had
amount of
lives.
lives.
Every time you die, you lose a life. Mario, you had lives. I don't think that really happens anymore on the
Not
Mario
really.
games.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know about
regeneration and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Especially with like Gears of War.
Mega Man, that was a game. Had lives, and you lose them. Boop.
You had a health bar and you had lives. Yeah.
Yeah.
The
yeah.
Castlevanias.
So, but
Never really played Castlevania. Not those. The first one I played, we talked about it not too long ago. It's the one with the you turn to a werewolf for like N64.
Yeah, it's
That was the first one I played. I never really played any of the ones before that.
it's fun.
well, I guess now we got to go to our next segment. We can shut this down because we're actually 48 minutes in.
Wow.
But hey, you know what? This is going to be a long episode,
That's
so
fine.
we treat yourself. So
Treat
there you
yourself.
go. Treat yourself. Big dick, little dick.
Why I gotta be the no dick?
Yeah, no dick, motherfucker. Douchebag.
I didn't even know that was happening right now.
All right, it happened. So,
Yeah, he pointed at me with little dick, and I'm like, damn it.
all right, I'll point. All right, next time I'll
Next
point
time
to
you
Tim.
gotta hand off
I'll
the
let
big
Tim
dick.
just say big dick, and you can be little dick still.
Still,
because you're always a little dick.
still,
No way
I'll
out.
be no dick
I'm still not winning.
because I'm Now I'm non-binary, and then I'm poly,
Oh,
and
jeez.
then I'm also bi.
Jeez,
So
go to your safe space.
Yes, I'm going into my safe. You will refer to me as Zim or Zer because that's my pronoun.
Yeah, well, refer to me as a fucking helicopter.
I will. You know what? I'm a fox. So you tell me. You call me that. You just say Star Fox. There.
Do a barrel roll.
Do a barrel roll. All right, Battletoads. Who's saying what kind of dick they got? I'm gonna let Ron.
All right. So
Tim's
wait.
gonna go.
Are we?
Thank God.
The no dicks go first.
Okay. Yeah. Are we comparing the dicks of the Battletoads versus the dicks of?
No. You're just talking about the size of their dicks, and you can either do them all three together, or you can do each one individually if you like, and then we'll move on to maybe the double dragons.
Okay.
And
All
then
right,
we'll,
okay. That's why we talked to Lloyd.
You know
I
what?
didn't really
We're
understand
putting
the feature.
tick on the table because we brought him
I
up.
would bring the big dick. Big dick. Take big dick.
Wait, the tick or Battletoads?
The tick. I'm jumping
Okay.
straight to the tick. All right.
Okay.
You brought up the tick. Tick's
Okay,
my
let's do
Tick's
that.
like my favorite.
Big dick. Yeah. What about Arthur?
He's a little dick. He doesn't have no dick.
I was gonna say no dick.
I was gonna get because he still puts the suit on every day, and he tries.
There you
No
go.
dick would be like if he's still in his office, like nah. But he got to a point where he grew one and was like, let me put this weird ass outfit on.
Who's
and try
the
to fight
bat
crime.
character's name in Tick? What's his name?
Shit.
I can't think of his
I
name
can't
right
remember.
now. He's like a spoof on Batman.
Yeah, he's definitely
Yeah,
a
'cause
spoof
there was
on
a-
that.
And
There
he's
a character
also
that was
little
spoof.
dick because he always runs away from everything.
Yeah.
In fact, he might be no dick. So
It's like all the others.
He was a spoof on Batman, and there was a female character that was a spoof on Wonder Woman.
and she had big dick. So
Yeah,
She was like a champ. Yeah, she was.
She's good.
She didn't play
I
around.
remember that.
yeah. So Battletoads.
God, I don't remember enough about like the individual characters to make any sort of distinction.
You don't have to make a
Should I take
distinction
this
of
one
just
then?
what would you just maybe all of them?
Should I start then?
Yeah, go ahead. I don't really have an opinion on the matter.
All three are big.
Yeah. Why you say that?
One, it's pretty courageous to go out there and fight a bunch of rats naked. And then when you are tired of beating them up, you inflate either your fist or your foot and you kick their bitch asses off the
You know,
stage.
they can probably inflate their penises. So
I'm
that's going to put
saying-
them straight over
I'm
the
I'm
pretty
saying-
sure if you get a game genie,
There's a special
you
attack.
can inflate your penis and knock them
And-
off the fucking
yeah,
stage.
that's probably.
I'm saying no dick.
Motherfucker, please.
Explain
you better
yourself,
explain
sir.
this.
After I played that arcade version, and they were grabbing rat dicks and punching rat dicks, and they just seemed so angry, and they all got their shades on, like they're so fucking cool, but there is no dick.
What are you
There's some
compensating
angry
for, you
motherfuckers.
freaking
They are
toad?
so angry, they grab rat dicks
You're gonna kill
and punch them until that person dies. How, like, could you imagine killing, like, if somebody does something to you, so your attack is to grab their dick and punch them until they die?
I'm like, look, if I'm in a fight with someone, I will go straight for the balls. Like, I
You
don't
gotta
give
fight
a
dirty.
damn.
There
Yeah,
is no
exactly.
dirty fighting in fighting.
Yeah. I have zero
Battletoads
belief
have no
in
dick.
like.
So can
in,
you
like,
explain
honor.
to me when you are
You're
on
gonna
that
kill my dick.
when you're on that stage when you're riding those vehicles and you knock each other off and you realize what the fuck just knocked me off? Are you telling me that's not one of their dicks that just knocked me off the fucking? Is that what you're telling me?
Nope, I'm not, because they don't have one. None of them. They don't. They look smooth, too. So,
That's what caused the fucking friendly fire, Seth. Their dick just took my life,
if they had the dick, it would take their lives.
but it did every time.
Now, the rat's got some big dicks because he takes a big handful and then goes clout, clout.
No, it just
clout,
makes his hand bigger. Which Battletoad are you playing?
He's so angry. It's so angry. I never noticed it until he was punching rat dicks, and I was like, "Wow, they've got some problems to work out."
Because they're so tiny.
Yep. So, are you saying they got small dicks now?
No,
No, I was saying the rats have tiny little penises.
No, they're big.
I've seen them.
I've seen them. The imprints. He grabs and he's like, it even makes a sound effect, and there's just like a big thing, and he's like, clap, clap, clap,
You
clap.
probably adjust the settings. That's fine. The arcade version has that one.
Yeah, the arcade version. Is. Yeah.
You
Right.
can set the rat dicks.
All right, Double Dragons.
You're looking at me first.
No, you go first, Seth. I'll see if I can maybe piggyback off of something.
I'm
you
just
got.
gonna say big dicks.
Why?
Big dicks. Because there's just two of them.
I was
And
thinking
they
the same
beat,
thing.
like,
It's
a
just the
bunch of
two of them.
motherfuckers
and,
out.
Are we
they're
talking about
like-
all the Double
And
Dragon games in one?
They
or
had
are we
their
talking about like
kung
particular
fu
one?
stuff down, and they were kicking ass. And
They got their special magic suits.
And I think like that's why the Battletoads fought with them, because they didn't have any dicks, and
Oh,
they were
okay.
like,
They
"We
were
need some
looking for
big
dicks.
dick players to help us out." And they were like,
Is that, why,
was like,
is that why they made
"Well, here
Battletoads
it
and Double
is."
Dragon?
Yeah, that's exactly why.
to compensate. for no
Battletoads
dicks?
and Double Dragons was made because of dick size, and that's the only reason why they work together.
Okay, so you mean to tell me when they're kicking bosses off the stage and the Battletoads inflate their feet, the brothers inflate their dicks to kick them off?
Exactly.
I can kind of see that.
There you go.
For Super Nintendo purposes only. That's it.
What are you saying? I don't think you said anything in the matter.
There's just like there's so little for me to even like draw from.
So he said in little.
You know, all I remember from Double Dragons is actually from the movie more.
Oh.
And yeah, right. You see why my opinion here is being skewed.
Hey, use the movie as your
Because
excuse.
I just
That
remember
was-
them trying to figure out some special maneuver where they lock arms and like spin each other around and kick people.
They probably just were uncomfortable with taking their big dicks out and using that to lock together and spin around and kick people.
Yeah. It's a movie.
Well, they are brothers.
that would be incest too. So big dicks though. They definitely.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Sure.
I'm going to have to agree with Seth on this one.
Final fight.
Have you?
With Double Dragon Big Dicks is because of the beginning is where Billy's girlfriend
So-
Marion is just standing out there for some reason, because I'm sure Billy pulled his dick out and she didn't fit in the room, and then all of a sudden the bad guys saw it. It was just like, you with that guy? So they punched her in the stomach and took her away. So really, you're not. First player is Billy Lee. The second player is his dick. He just calls him Jimmy.
All right, that works. That works. Final fight. I hate Haggard.
I've
going-
always hated
wow.
Haggard.
It's well, see, my
Yeah.
hatred from Haggard comes from Marvel vs. Capcom 3.
Okay. Yeah,
Because
okay.
he
All right,
pulls
I see
that pipe out, and it's such bullshit how he just like whacks you with the pipe, little dick motherfucker, walks around with a big ass pipe, overcompensating, hits you, you ground bounce, and you go for combos for days.
All right.
Fuck Haggard.
I'm
you ever
gonna
see him in the third
say
one?
that Cody has a big dick because he's banging that dude's daughter.
There you go.
I'm gonna have to go with that.
Yep.
That's my reasoning.
Yep.
Because
Because
he
that's
was
a
dating
big,
that.
swole-ass
He
fucking
was
Haggard.
dating that girl, and she was like, "Would you come see my dad?" And then he saw that guy and was like, "All right." I would have been like, "We're through."
I think it's funny when
Dad comes out in fucking suspenders.
Oh yeah, always with suspenders
Yeah.
and no fucking t-shirt.
No shirt. Welcome to my home.
Did
I'm
you-
the mayor.
That's
What
like
the
a
fuck
bold
crazy town am I living
he's
in?
a wrestler and the mayor.
Is your dad gonna put a shirt on? Anytime
Oh
soon?
no, he's just always like that.
Actually, off topic, but I've been hearing, I seen it on the news that like The Rock is talking about putting in his hat for presidency.
Well, I didn't hear that. I thought he was
Yes.
running for some sort
To
of
be
mayor
president,
or
like
something.
running to be president. The whole hoopla with Donald Trump.
You know, I would like
It's
to see
like
that.
The Rock could be Haggard, the mayor.
That's
but
what I was
over the whole
thinking.
United States of America.
He's
He's
like,
like,
oh,
"Oh, you're
every
threatening-"
presidential address with a pipe in his hand.
I can see that. It's like you're threatening
And
America.
Suspenders.
He's like, oh, you're threatening America. He takes his shirt off. He goes right to the fucking street.
Let's go.
There's a rock bottom to Trump, and then takes over the office.
He's tired. He needs to eat a turkey leg.
Out of
drink
a
a
trash can.
All right.
Yeah, and so we're just gonna see The Rock walking down the street one day, picking up a trash can and punching it and grabbing the food from it.
I won't lie. That
They're
shit.
like, "What are you doing, The Rock?" He's like, "I'm saving the country."
I won't lie. If he does that, that shit will motivate me to take it to the streets too.
There you go. Just
Streets
follow
of-
right behind him.
Streets of Rage.
We'll just
baby.
bring
Streets of
Final
Rage.
Fight right over to Russia. That's what's gonna happen. Just gonna walk.
Your last boss is Putin.
He's sitting in a wheelchair and just kicks him out of a window. That's how we end all Final Fights.
There you go.
You're gonna kill my dick?
All right, so we can roll into the last segment here. Yeah, I think we did everything we were gonna do with that one. Maybe.
Actually, we didn't all decide who had a big dick, low dick, or no dick, but I guess we're fine with it.
No, I think we did. Well, what did we do?
I skipped out on the double dragons because I don't know. I just give him a little dick, just
I was
get
thinking-
through it. I don't have an opinion on
I
that
guess
one.
I can agree with Seth again on Haggard having a little dick because I saw him in the third one, and he has a long ponytail mullet.
All them steroids too, man. You don't get that big without steroids.
Yeah.
It shrinks your balls.
Cody, yeah, I would say he's pretty big because
Yep.
when he calls up Cody, he's like, "Hey, my daughter's kidnapped," and Cody's literally in the gym with full clothes on
And like jeans and
and he's just like, "I just got tired. I just got done working out," and I'm like, "And that shit?"
dude, go to Planet Fitness like right fucking now.
Right,
And I
and then
promise
he's just
you,
like,
you
"I'm
will
with
see
my
that.
buff ass Yakuza friend Guy, who's next to me, who's pretty ripped out. What do you need us to do?"
We're ready to beat some ass.
Great. Meet me at this location. We're taking to the streets. We're starting at this corner of the street.
Aren't you the mayor?
It's like
This is how I
this
run
guy
this
knows
town.
something, and he's got like spiky hair. His name's like Sam. And the guy looks just like him. His name's like Ted.
Yep. He's wearing different colored pants though.
All right. So next one, we're gonna do our next segment is gonna be Would You Rather. So I think Ryan's been sitting on one. I'm gonna let him go first. What do you guys?
Oh,
for
you're gonna
Would You
start
Rather?
with me.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Pretty ridiculous.
There you go.
I'm probably the only one that has a ridiculous one.
Good.
Fine. All right. So, would you guys rather play the game Hide the Banana with all of Donkey Kong's bananas from Super Nintendo,
It's a lot of bananas. That's a lot of bananas.
or
We gotta hide all the
or
bananas?
catch all of them,
Oh, okay.
or catch the T virus from Joe Valentine, sexually transmitted?
I'm gonna hide the bananas. I'm a married man, y'all. And my wife listens to these sometimes. So I'm hiding the bananas.
Playing with bananas. Well, now, if I do the T virus, is it possible?
I
Good, I wasn't the only one that was going to pick that.
I gotta explore my options here.
Wait, I want to think this through. Okay, now,
All right, I want to hear this.
okay, okay, if I get the T virus, is it possible that I'll turn out like Wesker?
That is a possibility.
Okay, so
I'm pretty sure he has something.
You think? You think he might?
I might not become a zombie. I might get like superpowers. All right.
What are the odds, though? What are we talking here?
What are the odds?
Is it like 50-50?
And okay, I'm hiding the bananas. There's a lot of bananas.
There's a lot of bananas.
How long? Because like you say, you're a married man, okay? But so am I. If I'm hiding them fucking bananas, how much time am I spending with my wife and kids?
That much time not banging Jill Valentine. That's
But
what's happening.
banging Jill Valentine happens once, and you might get superpowers.
So you
Right,
might
it's
also
not like you're going
you
to get
might also
superpowers
turn
hiding all
into,
those
like-
fucking bananas. You're not going to turn into a gorilla.
Yeah, but
And it's
I'm
going to take
gonna.
a lot of time. Are you allowed any breaks hiding these bananas?
You are allowed breaks.
How many breaks? Like, is this supposed to be a full-time job?
How many levels are there in Donkey Kong Country?
I don't know. There's got to be like at least like 1 million bananas. All right. So if there's like 1 million bananas in there, then you've got to hide all those bananas. Okay. So what's my time frame? That's a better way.
Okay.
What's my time frame in getting those bananas hidden?
I mean, to be frankly honest, guys, I didn't really count all the bananas that he
I don't think. Well, I'm just
because every time I
estimating.
went to the cave, he just put his head down and he shook it.
This is a huge mountain of bananas.
How much time do I have to hide those bananas? Let's put it that way.
I would give you all the time you need.
Well,
Days, weeks, doesn't
then
matter.
that doesn't make it. Then of course, then I'm just hide the banana once a week.
Oh no, I'd be in the room counting.
I made you high today.
But that doesn't make like I feel
You got a
like
quota.
if you're gonna make this like to where I've got to make a choice, then I have like 3 years to hide those bananas.
Not if I keep coming over every weekend.
So wait, I gotta hide all, like once I go start hiding bananas, I gotta hide every single one of them before I'm done,
Yes.
and then you're gonna refill it.
If he can find them all.
If I can find them all. Or just have sex with Joe.
I don't know.
Work
man.
smart, not hard.
What are my chances of getting the T virus?
I mean, you'll get the T virus.
No, what are my chances of getting? So I'll get it even if I use protection. Because you didn't say if I can use protection now.
You can use
So
protection.
condoms.
You're still gonna get the virus.
It's still the fucking T
You're
virus.
still gonna get the
You're gonna get it.
What are my chances of getting superpowers? That's what I meant. To be like Wesker instead of like
Ew.
Nemesis.
I mean, it's kind of a 50-50. You'll either be Whisker or you'll be fucking Birkin.
So it's 50-50.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thinking long and hard over here.
Yeah.
How many bananas are there? I could just see like the numbers moving in front of his eyes. You know,
Yeah,
like doing.
like beautiful mind
doing
right now. Just start writing on
calculations.
my window. Like I gotta think. All right, I think
1
I'm
million.
just gonna have to hide the damn bananas.
He's gonna hide the bananas.
There's a
Too.
50% chance of me becoming a crazy zombie. I don't know if I
Fucking
like
cop
those
outs,
odds.
man.
You're gonna bang. You're gonna
Hell
bang.
yeah,
them,
man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
why not?
Yeah, you're the only one who's not married though.
That's fun. Won't be married, but I have a huge, gigantic eye on my fucking shoulder.
Well, see, for me, it's not about fucking Jill Valentine. It's more about will I get superpowers like Wesker, or just
But
become
will
a zombie?
will you become a fucking crazy person?
Like if there was an
Wesker?
80% chance I'd get Wesker powers, then I might go fuck with Jill.
I mean, there's still a chance. I'd rather
It's
do that.
50-50.
I'd rather do that and hide fucking bananas.
All right.
And now he's gonna use his extra eye to find all the bananas that we're hiding.
And trust me, with that third eye, I will find all the bananas.
That's right. If you get Wesker powers, then I'm really fucked on getting the bananas found.
Yep.
All right. But no, I'm trying to hide the bananas. I'm trying to hide bananas.
Okay.
All right, Tim, you got a would you rather?
Yeah, it's not as crazy or bizarre as that. But let's see. Would you rather? I was trying to think of one because after you started narrowing down all the specifics on this bitch, now I gotta try to make sure I got all my
And that's the
all
point
my
of it.
details.
This
in
should be the
place.
point of this. We should nitpick it, and you don't have to get the details down. But if we ask questions,
Right. Okay. All right.
you could just
So
answer.
okay, would you rather? I guess you have to go to work and watch The Legend of Chun-Li every day for work.
Speaking about that movie, that poster you put on the website, who the fuck is fighting in that poster?
I don't
movie.
know. I'd have to look. I just
It
put
showed
on
a
Instagram.
dude fighting another dude, and I'm like, when the fuck did this happen?
Again, he fought Bison.
What? These are two buff ass dudes.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. All right, so watch a Street Fighter
All right, so you got to watch Legend of Chun-Li every day, and you have to write a report
on
on it.
repeat. Oh no, write a report. You just gotta watch it once.
You gotta watch once a day.
Okay.
That's like going into work.
Once
you gotta
a
watch.
day.
You gotta watch this movie, and you gotta write a report on it every day.
Okay. Okay.
Or you gotta go into work, and you have to play the first Assassin's Creed, and you have to play it through like over and over again.
Jesus Christ. Oh my, do I have to? Can I speed run, or is it? Do I have to complete everything?
You have to complete everything.
Oh God.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to just watch Chun-Li every day and write a report.
Yes, you have to write a report, and you can't be the same report, and it has to have like some sort of like substantial, some depth to it, some new analysis.
So in
But is that even possible?
So would I get
That's
penalized?
for you to find out.
So would I get penalized if each report said, "I love this job"?
No, if you want to just like close out your
So
report.
I
with
don't
it.
have to. You said I got to play Assassin's Creed on repeat. So, but it's only for work, right?
Right, yeah, you go into work.
So I mean, I complete it.
You got to spend like 8 hours playing Assassin's Creed.
Okay.
You have to beat it. I'm thinking like at least once every like 3 weeks.
I feel like I could watch Chun-Li and write a report much faster and lose less of my soul than playing Assassin's Creed.
But I mean,
1.
the thing is,
The
like,
most
like,
repetitive
you're not
shit.
you're not gonna be able to like zone out of Chun-Li. Like you're gonna have like your supervisor is like, hey, pay attention. Like
We'll be doing that with Assassin's Creed too.
Right? I'm just making sure you're not planning on playing on your phone during Legend of Chun-Li. You're not gonna
No,
have your
but I
phone
mean, I could get through it.
every day.
But Assassin's Creed every day? But that's just a longer experience. I don't have to write a report, though. I just got to play it.
You gotta beat it.
But I can't beat it in 8 hours.
No, you gotta beat it like once every 3 weeks. It has to be completed.
Okay, but I don't have to write a report about it.
No.
No, he's
That wasn't in my original schematic. I was about to throw it in there, but I was like, no, I never really thought about that, so no.
I think I might go with Assassin's Creed. I don't know. I feel like I could get through, because I mean, Chun-Li's only like an hour and a half, and then if I just write a 2-page report about it.
Oh no, this is 2-page shit. We're talking like college level, like 5-page essay, like 5 paragraphs.
Yeah, I'm
5
just
page.
gonna have to play Assassin's Creed every day. Yeah, that's it for me.
No, the thing is, you're playing it for like a year, so like every 3 weeks.
That's fine.
Okay, I was
Assassin's
making
Creed.
sure. I was making sure there was understanding.
What about you?
Well, to be honest, I've never played Assassin's Creed, so I'll probably have to go with that.
You're gonna wing it on that one. It's pretty bad, man.
Yeah. I mean, it beats watching Chun-Li every single fucking day trying to write an essay of how I hear more and more of Bison's Irish accent.
All right.
Explain. Explain the accent. What else are you picking up? That's the kind of shit you'd be getting with every essay.
Here's the thing.
Please don't give me the report. It's okay. It's okay. I don't need the report. You're good. We just know. Okay, we're good.
Yeah, personally, I would probably go for Assassin's Creed, just because of the report, because I would not want to have to put the mental fortitude into.
All right. You can pick one game, and that's the only game you can play until you're dead. Or you can play every Call of Duty.
Get that in here, and it's an easy one.
That's easy for him, but
Yeah,
for
that's
y'all,
super easy for him.
You could play all the Call of Duties, but you could only play Call of Duty.
Yeah.
It's all the Call of Duties to your experience. So you could play these different Call of Duties, but it's just Call of Duty. Or
I already know my answer.
You could
unless
play-
you got more details.
you could play one game of your choice, but you can only play that one game.
This is like forever.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, I'm gonna go with the one game.
Yeah, one game.
Yeah.
No questions?
Do you have a game in mind?
Yeah, I'm curious to know what the game
Okay.
is.
For
too.
me, the first thing that jumped to my mind, and I have a feeling I'm gonna like go back on this later, but the first game that jumped to my mind is Final Fantasy IX. That's like one of my all-time favorites.
Okay.
I was gonna go with Final Fantasy VIII with
Get
a
the fuck
strategy
outta here.
guide.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, don't
With
hate
a
on me.
strategy guide.
Okay. Why?
Because I only say that because even though I've played it multiple times, I always seem like I miss a GF and I have to go back and I
See
start
that
the
I
entire
wouldn't want a
game.
strategy guide if I have to play it. It's the only thing I can play for the rest of my life.
You just have to explore. So
I'm
what
gonna
do
want to
you-
just discover shit.
Well, now this is also on the table. You can pick a game that you think is coming out that you haven't played yet, like a game you're expecting to come out.
I don't give a fuck.
Like
about
it's a
that.
game
Yeah,
that you,
'cause
so you
those
don't
games
know. You don't know anything about it though, so you can explore this game for the rest of your time.
Right, but how long those games even last these days with the campaign?
True.
Yeah, I don't give a shit about that. At the moment, I'm sticking with 9. No strategy guide, because I'm gonna use a strategy guide and find fucking everything, and then now what do I have to discover?
I'm probably gonna. I'll probably do the Call of Duties,
That's unfortunate. I'm
Yeah.
sorry to hear that.
Jeez.
but I think I would. Like,
What a
at least
son
I
of a
get
bitch.
different experience.
I mean, I would it has its merits.
Yeah, I mean, Call of
You know.
Duty's not like the worst
It's not.
franchise. It's actually good.
not.
It's just
And-
beating off a dead horse at this point.
It would just be like that.
Just be, yep.
That's
that's that.
It'd just be like that. It'd just be that. That would be how I play, just like him. So I don't think it's terrible, but because I mean, like, I think the problem would be is like I would play that one game for a while, and then I just like wouldn't be a gamer anymore. Like,
I
would
was
get to a
just
point-
about to say given these circumstances, I just wouldn't play video games anymore.
Yeah, at least with Call
I
of
would play
Duties, I
9
would
for a
probably
little
still
bit.
wander around back to Call of Duty. I would probably try and get into multiplayer stuff. And all right, because I did that a couple times with Dad. It wasn't bad. It wasn't
not.
terrible.
It's not
but
terrible.
It's like
It's just not my interest. It's just
Yeah.
like,
So just curious, would it be cheating if I picked a game and I called it emulator?
just start downloading shit.
yeah,
Really?
yeah. God is watching, so he'll make sure that you never play another game.
Oh,
See
but
the Call
God,
of
God,
Duties.
he does, that's the idea, is that he wouldn't know. It's like when you spell ASS instead of saying ass, pulling the wool over his eyes. You know,
Yeah,
that was what Ryan was trying to do until
Yeah,
you
God can't
just
spell.
revealed.
yeah,
So thanks, Seth.
yeah.
I was like, Ryan, did you pick your game? I was like, yeah, I'm just choosing which one now. Like, it's called emulator. Like, you son of a bitch. It's a PlayStation emulator.
Yeah.
We got over 1,000 fucking games.
I was gonna say, all right, so we're going with emulator. Which one would you choose? I was gonna say PlayStation.
Okay,
Like
that's
PS1.
interesting.
I was gonna say
what
PS1.
emulator would you use? PlayStation? Yeah, I'd have to say PS1.
Yeah.
Yeah, PS1's got like all the great classics and stuff like that. Yeah.
And it's shit that it's like you didn't really know existed. Or shit that you couldn't even get like
Oh yeah, I wouldn't be able to complete the list. There's so fucking. I would just start at the top of
all
the
the
list.
RPGs, Final Fantasy.
Oh, yeah.
You got Chrono Trigger, and then
And
you've got
Chrono
all like
Cross.
most of the Final Fantasies in their heyday when they were like
And all
really
their
good.
like
I
anthology.
remember
collections
back
and
in
shit.
Metal
nine-
Gear Solid 1 is at least on
I remember
the
back in
PS1.
'97 looking on the Game Shark and looking at emulators was Dragon Ball GT. I was like, what the fuck is this? I never even heard of that game. I didn't even know it was a Dragon Ball GT until years later when it came out
Like
on
PS2.
Toonami and shit.
Oh, they're talking about the games.
Oh yeah, well I mean like later when they did the whole Budokai series,
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck is GT?
Well, hour 15 in. Got a little extra stuff on there, so
It was a long periodically time.
yeah, it's not that long. We've done like 106, 107s, I think. So I mean, it's just
Yeah, we covered everybody's dick.
yeah. There we go.
Yeah, we did have a lot of more dicks to cover. The last time we.
Yep. So thanks for listening. Look forward to our next episode of Losing
There we go.
Lives.
Yeah.
Losing Lives. We're going to be doing the Final Fantasy Advent Children. That'll
Oh,
be,
yeah.
the week at the next Monday. As you know, we got 2 separate podcasts. Who's Next podcast and our Losing Lives. You can go to our website www.who'snextgaming.com. Like us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. I'm on those. I try and post periodically from time to time. Give us a shout. See what's going on. Look forward to the new format for Gamer Needs Food Badly, as we're going to start trying to do that straight video on YouTube and trying to do a little more with the YouTube channel. And yeah, just give us some feedback. Let us know. We're trying to make it better for those of y'all who are listening in. So, and if you have any segments that you want for us to kind of dig into, or if you got a would you rather, send that in. I'll take a would you rather. Tweet it at me. Email me. That's cool. If you got maybe you want us to do the guess that character, which we'll probably do maybe next episode of Who's Next. If you got a character, send it in. I'll get it together, and these guys don't really ever check any of that stuff. So Ryan and Tim, so they won't know. Only I will know, and we'll do it that way. So just reach out, let us know. And anybody else got anything else to say before we shut this down?
I want to somehow incorporate the Swedish Chef into one of our Gamer Needs Food Badly. What y'all got against the Swedish Chef?
Well, sorry Tim so much for that.
No, I'm just messing. We can
Y'all
do
gotta
that.
get the
Swedish
Swedish
Chef. What do we
Do you know what the Swedish Chef is?
Enlighten me.
The Muppets.
Oh, I thought that's what you were talking about.
Bork,
Okay.
bork.
I think what we'll do, because I don't think Eric listens to any of these episodes. So I think what we should do is one of us, when we're doing the episode with Eric, should just act like that the
Just
whole
start-
time
I
and
nominate-
not tell him we were doing that
I
and just
nominate
let him
Tim.
react to
I hope
it.
he doesn't know what the Swedish Chef is.
I don't think he
I
does.
hope he might identify it and be like,
That's fine. Just keep doing
Just
it.
keep
and
going.
don't-
here in the spaghetti.
Tim, you've been nominated.
All right, Tim. When you do the episode with Eric, that's what we do. Don't do it this one because we're gonna be.
Now I got to get
doing
a
the,
really big chef hat and like.
That would be.
Yeah,
great.
because he's gonna listen to this episode. And know the fuck
I
we're
don't
doing.
think he listens to. That's what I'm saying. I don't
Really?
think he listens to these.
He
episodes.
probably
That's why I'm
doesn't.
saying it.
Doesn't?
He probably listens to the ones he's on when he does the cooking show, but I don't. Think he
Oh,
listens
so
to
he's
all
gonna
of
miss
them.
this one.
He might. If he does, he'll text me like, "Hey man, I listened to the episode." I'd be like, "All right."
The fuck is a
But-
Swedish Chef?
They just say
But
like,
I
"Damn,
do-
son."
I do have to say this. It's his birthday today. So
It
if he
is.
is listening, happy birthday, man. So you're getting old as fuck, just like all of us. Happy birthday. So I just want to give you a shout out, man.
Eric.
And also, the next day is Mother's Day. So happy Mother's Day to any mothers that are listening to this shit that we put out. Happy Mother's Day. And don't forget about your mothers. Because if you're listening to it and you just remembered, it's too late now. So
It's not too late. Now is everywhere. What has happened now will happen and has happened. It is never too late.
yeah, all right.
Douchebags.
All right.
I was gonna say, Eric, happy birthday. My gift to you is I'm gonna haze the dog shit out of you, buddy.
Oh yeah,
fuck
for
your
the
world
challenge.
up.
All right, look, I'm not saying nothing about it. We're
I
gonna
won't-
announce it on the next.
You're
next
right. I
episode.
won't either. I'm gonna fuck your world up. Eric. The fucking soul is mine.
All right, y'all take care. We out.